You left in 2020.
Yes.
What made you leave?
Well, it was COVID time. We had some very low moments at EIB, but I was always going to be probably the last person to leave. It was something that was known in the public domain. We were having challenges to take care of things because our cash cow, Unibank, had been shut down. We went through, some very turbulent moments. I was interested in us running the company or the entity like any other media organization. Go out there, look for the the deals like all the other stations do, and then let's go toe to toe. And we had the capacity because we had some of the finest people around as well. And the president was about to announce a national lockdown during COVID. We had some outstanding funds that had not been paid from our salaries, and whenever I got to the station, I'd see people standing in pockets. I knew what was happening. I'd seen this before at Radio Gold, so I knew that things were not going too well. So I called my brother, Bulare, like, Charlie Kwabna, dear Kosono, let's say, let's not go through the typical general meeting, HR is going to say all the fine things, all the fine grammar, whatever, you Charlie, forget about it. Let's find the key people within the space, have a one-on-one with them. And then he agreed, so I created a WhatsApp page with him, myself, Francis Aban, John Jermaine, I think Cookie, DJ Vyaski, a couple of other people. And we expressed our grievance. And he said there was no money at the time to take care of people. I mean, I was going to survive somehow to a certain extent. But I was thinking about people like the typical, let's say your crew here, your cameraman,
who don't have anything.
Your reporters, because even though I worked on EIB, I still had my side gigs. And journalists who went out to report, and even though I'm not a great advocate of solid, but it takes care of them somehow, and they get some solid from out there. And if someone works and they've not been paid for 3 months and they still show up at work, it means there's something that's cushioning them. And we're going to go home. I didn't know how long we're going to be home. And I'm asthmatic. And in the day, we also didn't know, COVID. People were dying. I mean, God really took care of Africa.
Yeah.
So I told Bola that I was going to leave, take a walk until things went down. I was taking a leave without pay. I was taking a leave without pay.
How many months were you being owed?
Okay, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I was
3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take 6.
Yeah. Okay. one of them. So I took a walk, and then we're cool. I got a call from someone telling me that, oh, Charlie, yes, my plan cool be or EIB now only John Jermaine that more instigate here at the ending, and I said, oh, then cool. And it was someone very close to the Dufour family. And oh, they're cool. Like I narrated, the situation. So I thought Bola had to deal with it. He was on that platform. It wasn't like he was on his blind side. No, he was actually in there. So I called Bola. Like, Charlie, these people are here. They say, oh, Kofi Party, oh yeah, UTD and Kofi. And that's the kind of relationship I have. Bola is not my friend. He's my brother. So I let it go. I'm home. And then he called me another time and says, Charlie, listen. Now we have a challenge paying bills. This is what I'm suggesting. I want you to go off Star FM. I had a show running, hanging out with KOD on GH1 TV. So you're still part of the family, but leave Star FM and have the show running on TV, which was good news to me. Because then again, my wife had been calling Bola like, Charlie, our children attend the same school, we're family. She kind of, you understand?
Yeah.
And I'd go to 1957, I'd leave, probably get there around 9 o'clock. I'll leave around midday and go get ready for my radio show. but you're not bringing anything out from it. Do you understand? And then, you know, I'm losing out. The people who would want to deal with, my business is suffering. So she wanted me to really focus on what we're doing, and it makes sense as a family. So it was great news. I took a walk. We signed a mutual separation document, still in my car somehow, and then that was it. So that's how I left.
Okay.
And then, you know, typically you'd we all do that when you're leaving one station to the other.
But when you left, the others also left.
Well, so
on the
I think it was the same things, kind of thing. Around John Jermaine and I left around the same time.
Yeah.
Other people had left before us.
Okay.
But when we posted on social media that we had left the EIB group, Charlie, EIB was just tired of everyone was leaving, you know. So one of the local radio stations had a show and said, oh, you know, Charlie, what's really happening at EIB? The guys are all leaving. And then I'm told the presenter, I didn't listen to it, the presenter said, oh, they didn't leave, they were sacked.
Yes, so that's what I want to ask.
Exactly, they were sacked.
Were some of them sacked?
I don't think anyone was sacked. No, I don't think anyone was sacked.
DJ Virusky, so how come that almost everybody on that platform left at the same time?
Yeah, but
now, Virusky left.
Okay.
Blow left. John Jermaine.
No, I think Blow left much later.
Okay.
But
John Jermaine left.
It was a mass exodus of people around that time.
Okay.
Some were moving into different radio stations, some were doing their own thing.
So
I don't think
sacking?
No. I mean, like I said that later, it's in my car right now as we speak. Because of that notion, because we've been in the media space for a very long time. And if we're taking a walk, finally, I mean, because for me, I was done. That was not how we had to leave.
Okay.
You know, so that day when Peace FM had that conversation
with Kofi Asamoah,
you know, it was like, okay, where is he coming from? And later we found out that, you know, he's very close to Bola. So maybe he was speaking for him. I called Bola and asked him, like, okay, this is what I heard on Peace FM. It's like, oh no, I mean, we can't do that. So I'm like, okay, so as a company, you have to respond to that. We don't even have to respond to it. They never did. It kind of marred our relationship a bit, you know, because I thought what I did was looking out for him. Like, Charlie, let's resolve the issues. Let's cushion the guys, you know. But if he saw it in a bad way, I know, you know. But later, the producer of the show told me that Bolare called into the show and spoke to someone.
Okay.
And he was concerned. He told me, like, if you can quote me, you can mention my name that I said Bola spoke to.
So that was where you let it go.
You know, so I mean, we had already left.
Okay.
But I was highly disappointed, you know, for that notion that we were sacked. Really, no.
Because you were not.
Because we were not sacked.